Okay. All right. So where was I? Yes. So our project structure is done. Then let's go back to our UI and continue from there. So now we have our a services section, or you can say basic services that we are providing. Like for example, we are providing free shipping, money guarantee. We have our secure shipping, and we actually do not have any API for this. So we're just going to implement it from statically. So if you look at the file here, you can see a common pattern, right? Each of these cards has a icon, a title, or a subtitle, or a title like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my project, and inside our source directory, I'm going to take another folder and name it static. So we are going to keep all the static data here. And this static data is going to be home page, basic services. So let's name it basic services. Oh, I'm getting folder. Okay, basic services dot JS. Okay. Okay. So then I can just write a object like basic data or basic services, and then inside an array, the first one we have is free shipping, right? So we can just say, we can set it up as, let's say, we also have to give it an ID because we are going to map it later. So let's give it an ID and then a title, title, title. It's going to be a string. Okay. Then let's call it is status. Okay. Status. All right. Okay. Then we have to get everything, all the or the SVG from here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how you can import SVGs. So what you can do is right click on the layer, then come to copy as, and then copy it as SVG. All right. Then go back to your folder, and inside public we're keeping all of our SVGs, and inside home I already have the SVG ready. So what you can do is I'm just going to delete it and show you. Let's delete this. And inside home, I can create a new file, car.svg. It has to be SVG, okay? Then I can just paste the SVG I copied from our Figma file. Okay, so now I can just come here and say icon, and it is inside our public folder, like, so we can just say slash SVGs, and under SVGs we have home slash car.svg. Okay, all right. So that's one way of using SVGs. You can use it as a component also. So I'm not going to talk about that. Then we are going to get our second object, that is money guarantee. So I'm just going to copy the other two. Okay. It's the same thing. Okay. We are getting the title or status and then our icon. So now what I can do is I'm going to go to our components folder, and inside our home page, I'm going to create a new component called basic services.jsx. Let's create a component. Okay. Okay, so from here inside our div, I can just import our basic services. Oh, sorry, I have to export it from here. So let's say export default basic services. All right, basic static is, and then we can just map it. Let's say service. All right. Then set our div. First of all, give it a key. We have IDs inside our basic services, right? Each one has a unique ID, so we can just say service dot ID. As it is static data, I do not have to use the optional chaining, but it's just common practice to build your muscle memory. Okay, then I can come inside our each of our basic services, and this just render the name title first. Let's say service dot title. Okay, so we have to import it in our main file, right, or our index file. So after our home slider, let's import it, basic services. Okay, now let's go back to our UI. Okay, localhost 5000. Okay, free shipping, money guarantee, 100% safe. Okay, so we got the title. So okay, so the rendering works, right? So now we can work on our styling. So first of all, let's give it a class name of basic services. Okay, and remember we created a main container for our, yes, so here it is. So I'm just going to apply this main container class here, so we get the margins from both sides. Okay, after that, okay, so let's create a CSS file too for our basic services. We can go inside styles, components, and then it is a home component, right, inside our home page. So let's create a folder here. Let's say home, and inside that we can just say basic services.scss. You know the extension to create a SAS file. So here I'm going to, we can close this and this also. Okay, we can close this one too. Let's get the class, the main class or the parent class of the parent component. So here we can give it a class name to title, say dot title, and let's give it a font size first. Let's say 20 pixel. Okay, we're going to go to the UI later. Okay, so if I come to the UI, as you can see, nothing has changed, right? So why is that? Okay, we're going to find out.